Hi everyone, welcome back to another Leetcode, and today we're going to do the Roman to integer problem. So basically, if you have a Roman numeral, you want to convert it into an integer number. So if you know anything about Roman numerals, they are basically signified by letters, and if you add the letters together, you get the total. So for example, you have two i's, it will equal to 2. And if you have like xii, it's 12 because x is 10, and then you have two i's, that makes it 2 and gives you a total of 12. So that's how Roman numerals are represented, but there's a few caveats. You have I. If it's placed before v and x, it makes 4 and 9 instead of 5 and 10. So basically, if you have something like iv, that's 4, ix is 9, and the same thing goes for x. If it's placed before l and c, it makes 40 and 90, and c before d and m makes 400 and 900. Okay, so if you look at this Roman numerals, they are usually, not all the time, but usually it starts with the highest value first. So for example, x is 10, so it comes first, and then you get the I, so I is 1. So you get that basically the digits will most of the time be in a decreasing order. So the same thing goes for here, xxvii, so it's non-decreasing order. So the only time it doesn't come in decreasing number is your IXC, these exceptions here. So if you notice here, v and x is 5 and 10, but if I comes before v and x, then it becomes 4 and 9. So basically I equals to 1, so you have to actually subtract it. And x is 10, so you see L and C is 50 and 100, you have to subtract it, 40 and 90, and C is 100, so you have to subtract it from D and M. So basically what you can do is you can just iterate through the input. So for example, you have like I, and then you can just check each digit, and if the digit is not of lower value than the next digit, then you can just add it. If not, if it is actually a lower value, you just subtract it from the total. So I'm just going to code this up, and basically what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to create a Romans object, and I'm just going to code up the what the Roman numerals values are. So you have I is 1, and then v is 5, and x is 10, L is 50, C is 100, and D is 500, and lastly M is 1000. So you have this Romans object here, gives you the value, and then I'm going to iterate through the input. So I'm just going to have to say let I equal 0, I is less than s dot length, and I'm going to do I plus plus. That's our for loop. And I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to just create an answer and initialize it at 0. And every time we iterate through the input, we're going to check if s and I is lesser than sorry, not s and I. So si, we're going to have to check the Romans object there, is less than the next digit, I plus 1. Then we need to basically minus the answer, decrease the answer by Romans si. So you gotta decrease the answer. So if I comes before v or x, then we can just decrease it. And then we have an else statement, and we can just say answer plus equal Romans SI. Okay, so then once we get to the loop, we can just return the answer, and we can run this solution. And you can see there we got test cases LVII. Let's just add a test case just to test it out. We're gonna put IV, so that should be 4. Yeah, it's passed as well. So this is pretty much the solution. Let's submit that. And you can see here that we have the correct answer. So basically, in terms of time complexity, you have the for loop, so that makes it O of n, and then your space complexity will be O of 1, because it really is you just have this Romans object here that you're actually putting in memory, and this will always be constant no matter what the input is. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell for your notifications, and if you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below, and I will do some of these lead codes. Stay tuned for it, and I'll see you in the next video.